For the next few moments, forget everything you've been told about waiting for the perfect time. Because silver holders are standing inside a narrow, critical 48-hour window, and moments like this don't announce themselves twice. History whispers before it roars, and right now, silver is whispering to those who are paying attention. This isn't panic, this is precision. This is the quiet before a decisive move that changes lives. I want you to imagine standing at a crossroads where most people walk past without noticing. I've been there myself. Years ago, I watched smart, hardworking people chase trends, chase noise, chase approval, while a few calm thinkers quietly positioned themselves. They didn't look rich, they didn't sound loud, they looked patient. They understood that real wealth doesn't sprint, it positions itself early and moves with intention. Silver taught them that. It taught me that. Because silver isn't just a metal, it's a mindset forged under pressure. There's a reason silver always shows up during times of stress and transition. When systems strain, when confidence wobbles, when currencies feel heavier in your pocket but lighter in value, silver starts telling the truth. Think about the investors who didn't wait for headlines, the ones who bought when silver was boring, ignored, even mocked. Small business owners who converted excess cash into physical metal instead of letting it sleep in a depreciating account. Parents who bought silver coins not as speculation, but as insurance for their children's future. They didn't get lucky, they got disciplined. Here's the first truth most people miss. Silver rewards patience, but it punishes hesitation. In life, the same rule applies. Opportunities don't disappear because they're bad. They disappear because people doubt themselves for too long. Silver is a mirror. When you commit to it, you're also committing to long-term thinking, delayed gratification, and the courage to act before the crowd applauds. Microhook. The crowd always claps late. Another truth is leverage. Not financial leverage, but emotional leverage. Silver gives ordinary people access to a store of value that doesn't require permission. No gatekeepers, no complex jargon, just weight, purity, and time. I've seen entrepreneurs who felt trapped by cash flow anxiety sleep better simply knowing a portion of their effort was stored in something real. That piece translated into better decisions, clearer thinking, and ultimately better businesses. When your foundation feels solid, you stop making desperate moves. Now consider the 48-hour window idea, not as a countdown clock, but as a mindset trigger. Life gives windows too. Short moments where preparation meets opportunity. Silver buyers who act during these moments don't rush blindly. They act calmly, with rules. They dollar cost average. They buy consistently, not emotionally. They focus on ounces, not hype. They treat silver like planting a tree, not lighting a firework. Microhook. Fireworks impress, trees feed generations. The next layer is risk, and this is where many freeze. But smart risk isn't recklessness, it's alignment. Allocating a portion of your savings into silver isn't betting your life, it's balancing it. The people who transformed their financial trajectory understood diversification before it was fashionable. They didn't need silver to moon overnight, they needed it to stand firm when everything else shook. That mindset spills into life. You stop chasing shortcuts, you start building systems. Here's a practical shift you can make today. Decide that silver buying is a habit, not an event. Just like reading, training, or investing in skills, set a rhythm. Weekly, monthly, whatever fits your reality. Stick to reputable sources. Prefer physical ownership when possible. Think in years, not weeks. And equally important, work on the internal shift. Stop asking, what if it fails? And start asking, what if I'm early? Microhook. Early feels lonely until it feels legendary. Cinematically, imagine this as a long road at dawn. Most people are asleep. A few are already moving quietly, steadily, without drama. They're not chasing wealth for ego. They're building freedom. Freedom to choose work. Freedom to say no. Freedom to help others without fear. Silver fits that story because it's humble, industrial, essential, and enduring. Just like real builders. As this moment closes, understand this isn't about fear or hype. It's about awareness. A critical window isn't a threat, it's an invitation. To think clearly, to act calmly, to align your money with your values and your future. If this message grounded you, inspired you, or clarified your thinking, support the channel by liking the video, subscribing for more calm, strategic insights, and sharing it with someone who's building quietly like you. Because the people who win long-term aren't louder, they're earlier, steadier, and willing to act when the window opens. Silver rewards patience, but it exposes hesitation, and that single truth separates those who build lasting wealth from those who keep starting over. In markets and in life, the biggest losses rarely come from being wrong. They come from waiting too long to act on what you already understand. Silver has always moved quietly before it moves violently, giving disciplined thinkers time to position themselves while the crowd is distracted. The investors who benefited most were not predicting exact prices. They were committing to a philosophy of consistency and foresight. They treated every ounce as a vote for their future self, not a lottery ticket. Just like personal growth, The progress feels slow until one day it becomes undeniable. When you hesitate, doubt grows louder, but when you act with calm intention, clarity replaces fear. Silver teaches you to trust process over emotion, accumulation over excitement, and preparation over reaction. This mindset reshapes how you see opportunities beyond investing. In careers, businesses, and personal goals, you stop chasing urgency created by others and start moving according to your own strategy. Over time, that patience compounds into confidence, and that confidence compounds into results that look sudden to outsiders, but were built quietly through disciplined action and an understanding that real value takes time to reveal itself. Silver is more than a metal. It is a mirror reflecting your ability to think ahead, take measured risks, and act with discipline. Those who succeed with silver understand that timing is rarely about luck and more about preparation, meeting opportunity. They buy when others hesitate, not out of fear or greed, but because they recognize that real wealth favors consistency over spectacle. I've seen ordinary people transform their financial reality by committing to small, regular purchases, treating each coin or bar as a step toward long-term security. This approach carries lessons. Beyond investing, it teaches patience, self-trust, and the courage to act before the crowd notices. Emotional control becomes your greatest advantage because silver doesn't reward panic. It rewards foresight. Micro moments of decision, choosing to acquire even when prices fluctuate or media noise spikes, compound into life-changing results over months and years. Investors who embrace this mindset build not only financial freedom, but also clarity in their broader lives, making better career, business, and personal decisions because they've trained themselves to value strategy over impulse. Every ounce purchased thoughtfully becomes a tangible symbol of resilience, a quiet reminder that disciplined actions, taken consistently over time, can outperform the loudest trends or the flashiest opportunities. Silver holds a unique power for those willing to understand it, because it is both a store of value and a teacher of discipline. The people who benefit most aren't chasing quick gains. They're steady, deliberate, and focused on long-term results. They recognize that true wealth comes from preparation, not reaction, and that consistent, thoughtful actions compound far more effectively than impulsive decisions. I've seen everyday investors quietly transform their futures by committing to regular silver purchases, even when the market seems slow or uninteresting, understanding that patience is often the most undervalued skill in investing. Silver also teaches resilience. When markets fluctuate, the disciplined holder doesn't panic. They reassess, stay calm, and continue executing their plan. This mindset extends beyond investing. It shapes how they approach life, work, and personal growth. They become people who plan carefully, act decisively, and embrace opportunities when they appear, rather than waiting for validation from others. Each ounce of silver becomes more than an asset. It becomes a symbol of foresight, courage, and self-discipline. By internalizing these lessons, holders cultivate not only financial security, but also confidence in their decisions, knowing that measured, consistent effort is what ultimately creates lasting achievement and freedom